Victor Adetiba with ScrumLife.com, back with our What is Scrum book club, where we discuss and demystify Scrum for the masses. This episode is sponsored by Mansa Tech Training Academy. The link is in the description. If you have gotten any value from any of our videos, please hit the subscribe button. Today we're reading another excerpt from the book 97 Things Every Scrum Practitioner Should Know, Collective Wisdom from the Experts, edited by Gunther Verheyen. Page 56. Is your team working as a team? Rich Hundelson. Of the many teams I've met, most were practicing Scrum. Others were considering it. They all wanted to become more agile. When asked if they were working as a team, they always answered in the affirmative. Each member of the team was busy doing something, and the team usually got something done. And they would stand up every day too. Great. But were they working as a team? There are many ways to work as a team. Some ways are highly collaborative, some maximize learning, some minimize cycle time. Unfortunately, there are ways that are all about individual specializations and outputs. To the untrained eye, they can look like a harmonious team. However, they actually maximize the risk of not delivering, as today's complexity requires combining skills and even cross-learning of skills to succeed. Over the years, I started identifying and classifying the various styles of teamwork and assessing their impacts on the collective. There are 4 ways that are dysfunctions in terms of the ability to collectively deliver and to transcend being just a group of individuals. Hoarding. After sprint planning, a developer claims ownership of multiple product backlog items to do all the work on those items in isolation. Intra-team dependencies, such as knowledge and external impediments, get the developer to cherry pick among the selected items, ending the sprint with all items open but nothing done. Hogging. After sprint planning, a developer takes ownership of a single product backlog item to do all possible work, moves on to do the same with the next product backlog item, and so on. Dependencies and impediments are similar to hoarding, but the single piece focus slightly increases transparency, reducing the risk of not getting the item done. Specializing. Developers work those tasks pertaining to their specialties on different product backlog items and maximize their specialization across all items. Dependencies are high but remain hidden until toward the end of the sprint, when late integration greatly increases risk. Generalizing. A developer works a few different types of tasks, not having all the skills required. The person will start work on a new product backlog item, PBI, when blocked. Dependencies may not be as high as specializing, but integration still occurs late, increasing risk. Teams that start working in any of the following 3 ways enter the circle of team collaboration goodness, where mutual learning happens as an opportunity for professional development and is a must to reduce dependencies and risk. Pairing. 2 developers co-create the same PBI as a pair, potentially changing the pair composition in search of all expertise to get the item done. Pairs may be part of a larger swarm on a single PBI. Swarming. All developers, alone or in pairs, work on a single PBI, doing whatever is required until the PBI is done. Mobbing. All developers work on a single task of a single PBI until the PBI is done. Like in swarming, there is no jumping or moving on before the PBI is done. I hope this helps you contemplate how your development team works. Where would you situate your team on their journey? What patterns have you observed emerging? How can you help the team move forward to become a highly collaborative team rather than a group of individuals? This is great. Oftentimes teams kind of get bogged down in being an expert in only one specific area and oftentimes don't use that focus to become more cross-functional as an individual, right? You can have a cross-functional team, a team that has all the skills necessary to deliver a product backlog increment, and you can have a cross-functional individual, an individual who may have all of the skills necessary or some of the skills necessary to deliver a product backlog increment. And so I think the more individuals can focus on being multi-skilled and having a more diverse focus of what they can do. A term that we use in one of my organizations was a pair and a spare. On every team, we wanted to have a pair and a spare of every skill set. At least two people who were well versed in that technology or in that skill, and one spare, just in case someone was out, someone was sick, someone maybe had to move to another team for whatever reason. We always had a bit of redundancy of skill set built up on the team. And I think that's a really good practice for most teams. I think you eliminate some of the risk that comes along with handing off work to other teams or even under other individuals. I think you just kind of ensure that the sprint or the work that is committed to or is being worked on can be delivered in a timely fashion at the end of the sprint. And you just manage to reduce some of the risk that is ultimately associated with delivering some of these stories. Did you get any value from today's episode? I hope so. Give us a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you have a pair and a spare on your development teams? Have you ever been on a development team that lost a developer or lost a particular skill set and you struggled or had to search high and low to find someone that could help you deliver that work? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your experiences. Don't forget to comment, subscribe so that you can get notified the next time we release a video. Looking forward to seeing you in our next one. Peace.